What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another video. Today, I'm bringing you my top 3 receivers that I'm out on for 2023. Now, it's still early in the process, right? We're on June 6th as I'm recording this video, so we still have a lot of time until we get the draft season in mid to late August. But as of right now, consensus rankings are out, and sure, they can change. But these guys, I can only see them getting higher. And when I made my initial wide receiver rankings, I went, nope, no way I'm this high on these 3 guys. I can't get there. So today, we're going to talk about 3 guys for various reasons why I'm out, at least in early 2023. So the first guy I want to talk about, and this will be in order of ADP. So I have Devante Adams as the wide receiver 6. Now, Adams was awesome last year, right? Over 100 catches, 1,500 yards, 14 touchdowns. It's kind of hard to be out on a guy like that, right? But I hate Jimmy Garoppolo. Any way you twist it, you want to spin it, you think he's a good quarterback? I don't. I think he's fine, right? He's a back half, probably back quarter starting quarterback, He's 20 and up. And that's cool. I think Derek Carr is not that great either, to be honest. But when it comes down to it, I need a quarterback who's going to throw the ball deep. And has Jimmy Garoppolo proven that in any point of his career that he's a deep ball, thrower? No. I mean, at least Derek Carr took chances. Jimmy Garoppolo, to me, is just a system quarterback that can hit slants, out routes, and the basic throws. Sure, that could work for Devante Adams if he's going to be, a 110, 120 catch guy. But maybe he's not, right? I'm worried that he's going to have his good games with his bad games. And at wide receiver 6, although the wide receiver pool isn't that big this year at the top, it gets to couple guys I have after him with A.J. Brown and C.D. Lamb, and then it kind of fizzles out there, and a couple guys we'll talk about in a minute. I just think I'm passing on Devante Adams this year. I love the talent, but I hate Jimmy Garoppolo. And the fact that all this stuff is coming out that he failed his physical, and they might not have, who's their quarterback? They just drafted Aiden O'Connell out of Purdue, which I actually did a scouting report on. If you want to check that out, it'll be above in the notification, but he seems like he's going to be okay. I don't think he's going to be an elite quarterback by any stretch. He just seems like another kind of system quarterback. So for all those reasons, I'm kind of out on Devante Adams, at least right now. If he drops more and more towards, wide receiver 10 to 12-ish, then I'll be in. But at wide receiver 6, I think there's other guys I just rather take above him right now. The second receiver I want to talk about is Devonta Smith at wide receiver 13. Now, I think we all think Devonta Smith is a good receiver because he proved it in his rookie season and last year that he is a good receiver in the NFL. But should he be a number 1 receiver in fantasy football? Sure, just outside of it at wide receiver 13. The guy's great. But 2 things that really scared me. 1, I think Jalen Hurts is a good quarterback. But did he prove that he's a prolific passer? I don't think so. Throwing for just under 4,000 yards last year and 22 touchdowns. Sure, he missed, I believe, 2 games. So what, he finishes the year with just over 4,000 yards and 25 touchdowns? That's okay. That's not great. And he's not the wide receiver 1. Devonta Smith is the 2. A.J. Brown is the clear-cut number 1 wide receiver there. And he's really good. So there's going to be games where volume's up and down. Jalen Hurts, if he's not passing for 4,500 yards and near 30 touchdowns, I just don't know if there's enough to go around. And I'm worried about DeAndre Swift. I think DeAndre Swift is a really talented player and a huge pass catching role out of the backfield, which they didn't have at all last year with Miles Sanders and Boston Scott and Kenny Gainwell. They just didn't have it. So I think adding that to the mix with DeAndre Swift, and Dallas Goedert missed a lot of time last year. In the games where Dallas Goedert played in weeks 1 through 10, Dallas Goedert was healthy for all those games. Devonta Smith was on pace for 46 receptions, 500 yards, and 3 touchdowns, which was, if you pace it out over the whole season, just under 90 catches, 900 yards, and 6 touchdowns, which is not great. That's an okay season for a wide receiver. But then you look at the last second games the rest of the season, no Goddard for weeks 11 through 15, so he missed 5 games. Smith had 43 receptions, 631 yards, 4 touchdowns. So that put him on pace for over 100 receptions, 1,500 yards, and 10 touchdowns. Big discrepancy there when you didn't have Dallas Goedert. Doesn't mean Devonta Smith still can't be a solid receiver, but taking this guy as the wide receiver 13, which is probably going to be a late 2nd, early 3rd round pick, that's a lot of capital to spend on a number 2 wide receiver on a team with good receiving weapons in front of them and a quarterback who isn't throwing a ton of passes. Devonta Smith, good player. His situation might not be ideal. And the last guy I want to talk about, I kept it in the top 15 for this video specifically. I'll probably do a later video talking about guys outside of the top 20. But coming in at wide receiver 15 is DK Metcalf. And I love the player. He's a complete unicorn in the NFL. There's not another receiver like him. It's him and kind of like Calvin Johnson. Those are the only two I could really compare body styles like. For him being a unicorn, why hasn't it really translated for fantasy football? Outside 2019, DK Metcalf has yet to go over 1,100 yards in any season. He's proven he's a touchdown maker, but what happened last year? I don't know. I don't know why he can't put it together. Why does Tyler Lockett continue to outperform him? Why did they draft Jackson Nigba? Why did they start drafting all these guys to go along with DK Metcalf? I don't vibe with the situation. I know that's a bad way to describe it. There's something about it that's off-putting. And personally, I've been victim one too many times on the bounce back quarterback. I've seen Ryan Tannehill do it for years. I've seen the Ryan Fitzpatricks. I've seen the Josh McCowns. I've seen the Geno Smith story more than once in the NFL fizzle out in year 2. I've seen it. I've seen it before, and I'm willing to bet it's going to happen again. Is Geno Smith a good quarterback? I guess so. He did it last year, and he had a good season. He could work out, or he could fizzle out. It happens. It goes either way with these guys. Ryan Tannehill turned his career around. Ryan Fitzpatrick, not so much. Josh McCown, not so much after his run with the Bears. So when it comes down to it, DK Metcalf, a guy who hasn't produced, has been super inconsistent, and seems like he either goes for high yards or high touchdowns, and vice versa. I'm just kind of out on a guy at wide receiver 15 to where I can get his teammates way later. So for those reasons, that's why I'm out on DK Metcalf. All right, that's going to do it for my 3 receivers that I'm out on for 2023. If you liked the video, leave a like down below and subscribe to the channel for plenty of content coming all over the summer. I know we took a short hiatus there. I was moving into my new house, and then of course I moved in and my laptop was having issues with Adobe Premiere. I was trying to edit everything. It wasn't working out for me, so I got it all fixed. We're squared away. A studio should be coming soon. But until then, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.